Hello student, my name is Akanksha Shrivastava. I'm Assistant Professor, Income Tax Laws and Practices. So today we have the topic called House Rent Allowances. This topic comes under the head Income from Salaries. This topic is undercovered Unit 2 of the Income Tax Laws and Practices of CCS University syllabus. HRA, House Rent Allowances. So let me talk about the word allowances. Allowances, what do you mean by allowances? I have described earlier that salary comprises of various components called basic salary, DA, that is day earners allowances, and allowances and perks. So what is allowance? So when an employee pays the expenses of an employee, when an employer pays the expenses of employee in cash, that is called allowances. And when an employee pays the expenses of its employee in the form of kind, is called the perquisites, or in the colloquial language we call it perks. So we are going to study today is house rent allowances. It's a kind of financial benefit when you work in an organization which your employer will give to you as an accommodation. Accommodation means where you reside. So how we calculate HRA? First of all, HRA is an allowance given by an employer, as I discussed earlier, to employer to cover the cost of living in a rented house. So if you're working in an organization and if you're living in a kind of accommodation which is rented, so your employer will give you a financial benefit which is called HRA, house rent allowance. It comes under section 10, subsection 13A. First of all, the point to be noted is section 10 is a section of exempted income. So what we consider from this line that HRA is exempted income? No, actually HRA is a partially exempted income. There are two types, that's basically three types of income. First, which is totally exempted, that is agriculture income. As I've discussed earlier, agriculture income in India is totally exempted. If you're earning an income from agricultural practices, your income will not be taxed. Then comes the partially exempted income. Up to a certain limit, these incomes are exempted, and after that they are taxed. And then comes the third income, which is not at all exempted and which is totally taxable, like income from other sources. Means the income which you have earned from a non-recurring source, income which is not part of your salary, business or profession, these kind of income are totally taxable. For example, income from other sources. If you earn some income from the lottery, if you earn some income from the house race, gambling, or kind of, there are various platforms like Dream11 and every platform. If you earn income from that sources, that income comes under the head income from other sources, and the income which you have earned from that sources will be taxable, will entirely be taxable. You will not get any kind of exemption. So what are the bases to calculate the HRA? There are various bases to calculate the HRA. First is basic pay. You will get HRA in proportion to the salary you earn. So if you're a person of a salary of an average kind of salary, if your salary is less than your HRA, the proportion of your HRA will also be less. And if your salary is more, if your basic pay is more, the proportion of your HRA will also be more. Now next, the rent paid. How will we calculate the exemption limit of HRA? One of the basic point is the rent we pay. Third one is employer HRAP. And as I have discussed earlier, that allowances are kind of financial benefits which is given by your employer to the employee. So employer pays the HRA. So that is also a significant factor to calculate the house rent HRA. And city, it will play a major role, which I will describe you later. This point is very important, and this point is something which manipulates your question. Those students who does not pay heed towards this point are certainly going to be in trouble, because this point is, if your employee has its own house, if you own a house, HRA is fully taxable. You will not get any benefit, any financial benefit of your house rent allowances. So this needs to be taken into care that if you own a house, if the employee owns a house, then HRA will not be exempted. It will come into the fully taxable category. How we will calculate HRA? These are the theoretical aspects. These are the legal aspects. I won't say theoretical aspect because law practices, you need to pay attention. You need to be very much attentive towards the laws and section. The sections I have mentioned, the section I have mentioned is section 1038. These questions will be directly asked to you in the question, and the question paper will be in the form of MCQ, multiple choice questions. So you need to have a very detailed knowledge about the concept. How we will calculate is, I've written here, how we will calculate HRA. So it is written, least of the following is exempted. The 3 point you'll calculate, and among these 3 point, one of the least amount will be regarded as exempted income. Exempted income means those income which do not forms the part of the income. Which do not forms the part of the income means those will not be considered as income. When it is not as considered as your income, then you're not liable to pay the tax. You're only liable to pay the tax of those portion of the income which is considered as income by the Income Tax Act 1961. First of all, the first point is actual rent receipt. You will be paid HRA, house rent allowances, by your employer. The amount of HRA which is received by your employer will be the first amount which will need to be taken considered. The next is actual rent paid, the accommodation which you have acquired and you are paying the tax. Why it is written? Because it is not mentioned here that the actual rent and the rent paid by you will be equal. It may be more, it may be less, which are volatile in nature. And then the rent you pay, you have to deduct 10% of your salary to get the amount. Now the third point is 50% of the salary or the 40% of the salary. First of all, this point is very important. Not only just asked in the practical questions, they are also asked in theoretical questions. So why we have considered two different percentages to calculate the salary, to calculate the HRA? Because in the income tax laws, they have described that if the employee is living in a city which is metropolitan, what do you mean by metropolitan? Those city which is given by Income Tax Act is Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata and Mumbai. I should write here Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. If the employee is residing in these 4 cities, then the charge will be 50% of the salary. And if you're living other than these cities, the charge will be 40% of your salary. Okay? So why these things are considered? First of all, the most common sense will say that these cities are metropolitan cities, they're developed cities, the income opportunities are more in city, and that's why the inflation rates are more in the city. If you live in the city, you have to pay higher amount of money as rent. So that's why 50% of the salary is considered as one of the point. Okay, so let me revise. The first is actual rent received, means the rent received, the HRA received by the employee, the rent paid by the employee minus the 10% of the salary, and 50 or 40% of the salary, which depends upon the city the employee is living. Okay, is that clear to everyone? So the point is here is salary. So which salary we will take? The definition of salary to calculate the HRA is here. The salary will be what we will consider it basic. The basic pay. What do you mean by the basic pay? The foremost amount which is paid by your employee, which is the base of charge for other allowances or the dearness allowances. The basic pay you will consider it as salary. DA, which is called the dearness allowances, and to be very specific, it will be written near the DA that it forms the part of the salary. It's a part of the salary this specific line will be written in your question when it will be given to calculate the HRA or house rent allowances. And third point will be commission. The third point will be commission. Which kind of a commission? The commission means the fixed commission, means those commission which are fixed to your salary, which is not of non-recurring nature, which occurs every time, and which type of commission? The commission which is a part of your salary, which is fixed every year get this kind of commission. If the commission is of a non-recurring nature, then it will not be a part of the salary we consider here in HRA. For let me be very specific to you, the salary is only considered for calculating the house rent allowances. I'm not talking about the main salary structure. I'm just talking about the HRA house rent allowances. So when we sum total this, the amount of salary we get, this salary will be considered to be calculated here. Okay, these are the theoretical part. I have given a question right here on the board, and we'll calculate the HRA. Okay, Mr. Kumar is an employee in ABC Limited. Mr. Kumar is one of the employee in ABC Limited, and he has a salary of 30,000 per month and rupees 6,000 per month as DA, which is dearness allowances, which forms the part of the salary. This line, as I mentioned, that this line should be present in your question to consider the DA as a part of the salary. Rupees 10,000 as commission during the previous year. He received 2,000 as HRA. I have written you that the actual rent pay received, the rent you will receive from your employer. And he paid 2,500 as a rent. See, there is a difference between the rent you pay and the HRA you receive from your employer. It may be fluctuating in nature. It may be more or it may be less. The duo has no connection in between. Compute the exempted HRA from tax. So we will compute the exempted amount of house rent allowances of tax, means the amount which we don't have to pay the tax. The three main point which I have described earlier is actual rent paid. So tell me how much amount of rent has been paid by your employer. It is 2,000 as HRA. It has been written in your question. So 2,000 has been given per month. Should be written here. 2,000 per month has been given by your employer. So 2,000 per month. So shall we consider 2,000 an amount? No, it's just about a month. So when we calculate income tax, we calculate for the whole year. The income will be calculated for the whole year. Those HRA will consider is till 12,000 into 12 is 24,000. I think I do not need to describe. I have multiplied 12 because 1 year has 12 months. So every month he get 2,000. Now next, actual rent paid minus 10% of the salary. Actual rent what he has paid? 2,500 per month into 12. Every month he pays 2,500. That is the part of the rent minus 10% of the salary. So we will now calculate what is salary. Let's see here. Basic is, how much basic is given here? Let's see here. How much basic is given here? The basic amount of the salary is 30,000 per month. So we'll multiply with 12 because every month he gets 30,000. The annual income is 3,60,000. Now, which also forms the part of the salary is DA. Is it written here over here? It forms the part of the salary. Yes, it is given here. That forms the part of the salary. So 6,000 per month into 12. That is 72,000 rupees. And if we consider, let me check, if we consider commission or not. Like it is written here, 10,000 as commission during previous year. Is it written anywhere that it is a part of fixed commission? Is it written anywhere that it is given to the employee every year? No, it does not. It does not have been written. So will not be considered as a part of salary because the point fixed has not been written. You should mug it up. You should know. You should be highlighted to you because it should be, because there are time people, students have been in very hassle and they do not do not read the question and they just do the answer, and in that case you'll end up doing wrong answer. Okay, so the question is shall we consider the commission or not? No, we will not consider the commission because it is not part of the fixed commission. So now we'll calculate the salary which we consider here is 4,32,000. So 4,32,000 will be considered as the basic, the part of the salary which we should calculate, which we should take to calculate the salary. So here 10% of what is the salary? 4,32,000. So if we consider it 2,500 into 12, the amount will be 30,000 minus 20% of 4 lakh, that is 43,200. The value will be in negative. Now tell me if money will ever be in negative? No. So the amount we'll consider is nil. We won't consider it as amount because our main purpose is to find the least amount, and the negative will not be considered because money cannot be measured in the form of negative. Now third amount is 50 or the 40% of the salary. Is it written anywhere that he resides in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata? If it is not written, if it's written then it's okay, you'll consider the amount. If it's not written, then you'll consider that a person does not live in metropolitan city. So we'll consider it 40% of the salary, that is 40% of 4,32,000. So let's calculate this. The amount will be 1,72,800, and it is written here least of the following. What is the least amount? 24,000. The negative we will not consider it as amount, and 1,72,800. What is the least amount? The least amount here is 24,000. So the exempted amount is 24,000. Okay, thank you class, thank you thank you students, thank you for the insightful session. If you like the session, do like the video and do comment. Thank you so much.